Hello all, welcome back. Thanks for your comments, subs and likes. I'm going to get this runner bean frame sorted out today so I can get my runner beans planted, and I'm going to put some tomatoes on the other side, so I need to move the frame closer to the path so it's easier to water. Right, I'll get on and show you what it's like before, then I'll get on with it and do it and show you afterwards. Alright, this is what it's like now, and it's a little bit too far away from the path because obviously I want to make it easier, so I want to move them over to there, so we've got to move it all over there, but the tomato canes are going to go straight up, so I'll start with them first, but like I say, I'll get it all done first, then I'll come back to you after I've moved everything and set the canes up, I think. Yeah, it might not look a lot different to you, but it is. As you can see, I've tried to put these ones sort of straight, but they're a little bit away from the path, so I can get in here quite easily and water my tomatoes every day and do what I need to do. And the runner beans are going to go on this side, which are here, which desperately need to go out, to be honest. There's a French climbing bean, the one and only, but like you can see, they need to go out. So all I'm going to do is just plant them normally like everybody else does. Dig a hole. I'll probably fill the hole up with water after I've put the hole there. Let the water soak in and get them planted. As you can see, I've dug my holes now, so I just need to wait for this to drain away. Then I'll just get and plant them, and I'll show you that afterwards. I'm going to do these tomatoes pretty much the same as what I did inside the polytunnel with these pipes, but I think this time I'm going to leave the pipes a little bit longer because I reckon they're a little bit short, really. So, yeah, we'll have a look, see what we got. We sort some. Oh, there's like 4 there look like they're almost the same size, so they will do me. While I've been waiting for my water butt to fill up, I've just been prepping some pots, as you can see. So if you want to see that in a couple of minutes, then keep watching. Don't skip or you'll miss it. Right, I've just given those runner beans and that one French climbing bean a good water. So now it's on to the tomatoes. I found some of this tape. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a couple of wraps of this around the top there, if I can. I haven't got a lot, so hopefully I can get 2 wraps around like that and have that bit out of the ground. And when I fill it up, it won't come pouring out and going nowhere. It'll be going into the ground and not on top, if you know what I mean. So I'll get and tape these up now then. We managed to get 3 wraps, so I can have quite a bit out of the ground. But when I was wrapping them, I was having a little think about this. So what I think I'm going to do, because these are quite long as you can see, I think I'm going to bury one at the back there, and one at the front for these first 2. And I'm going to bury these, one this side like that. Ooh, that's a can. And the other one on that side, so that them 2 have got all of this as well. Something like that anyway. So it looks like I'm going to be digging a trench out. I'll dig a trench out and show you what it's like afterwards, or when I'm doing it, I should say. To be honest, you probably don't need both pipes like that really, but hey, I'm going to do it because it's been really hot and what have you. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I might not even use the back ones, I might just water in the front, but as you can see it's quite dry. Well, no, it's not too bad to be honest. It's not dry, but it's not exactly soaked. So yeah, I might not use the back one, I might just use the front one, but we'll see how we go. See, it depends on the weather. It gets really hot, then I'll use all 4 spouts, but yeah, if it stays like this, I'll probably just use the front 2 to start with. Right, I've got them pipes in, buried. As you can see, we got the bit that I taped up poking out, so when I fill it up it doesn't come pouring out the top of this bit. So I'll just get my tomatoes and I'll come back to you. Right, these first 2 are golden sunrise, and the other 2 are the big rainbow beefsteaks. It seems like this bit of soil at this end here stays quite moist, but I think this is quite in the shade, or a bit in the shade here, so I'm not sure how they're going to do. But as you can see, this is how I'm going to plant them, with just a pipe like that. So I'm going to need to get some ties as well, so I'll grab some ties, I'll get these planted, then I'll come back to you and show you afterwards. I'll just show you me doing this first one, and I'll get on and do the rest. As you can see, got plenty of roots. It's going in quite deep, so let's take these leaves off. There's a sucker there as well, so that can come off. Get my pipe in the right place. This one. Need to get my clips and clip them up, but yeah, something like that, as you can see. Right, I'll get and finish them other 2 off over there, and I'll get back to you after that. I got those tomatoes planted out now, all tied up with the water pipes. I haven't watered it yet. It's quite surprising actually. There is a bit of moisture in there, but I will come out later on and give them a good water when I do the rest. But as you can see, I've watered the runner beans in. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of them bottom leaves off to hopefully deter the slugs. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of big leaves on the bottom, so I'll just snip them off, I think. I've taken them bottom leaves off, it shouldn't do them no harm, they've got plenty of growth on there. Then missing them couple of bottom leaves is not going to do any harm, I don't think. So yeah, and there's the tomatoes. I am tempted to take these bottom ones off as well, because it's still got a load of top growth. But yeah, we'll see how we go with slugs and stuff tonight. I'll come out and have a look tomorrow. Right, what I'm going to do now is put up my cabbage greyhound. Right, that's what I've got them 8 pots for. So I'll get you set up and I'll just show you me doing this. This is my cabbage greyhound that I'm going to pot up now. This was sown on 10th of June. Got my pots here. So all I'm going to do really is get my label and prick them out. I put 4 seeds in each pot and it looks like I've got 2 grown per pot, so I've had 50% germination, so that'll do me. Just do that. Plop him inside there. I've got a water bath going over here, so after I've planted them, I'll pop them straight in the water bath. I'll show you that after I've potted on all of these cabbage. I've also got some broccoli to pot on as well. These are quite leggy actually, so yeah, we'll see how we go with them, but I'm just going to do the same again. Use the label. These are really leggy actually, so I'll bury them nice and deep, well, as deep as I can get them, put it that way. Let's take a bit of that out so I can get it deeper. Grab some back out. Yeah, I'll just, good blimey, look at all them roots. I'm using my reused compost. Really, I should be grabbing this stuff, the new stuff, but anyway, I'll get on and pot all of this up, then I'll show you after I've done them all. I finished potting up the cabbage, which is these ones. They were soaking in water for a little while. All I've done when I put them on here is put just a little bit of water on the top, so hopefully it'll help it soak through. But this is the broccoli as well. These were my cauliflower snowball, but yeah, I had one come up, but that's a total fail. So we get rid of that pot. What I've been doing is, because they've obviously not been in that long, and apparently the compost has got 3 months worth of food in it, so all I've been doing with this new stuff is dumping it in this bucket by where you've just seen me potting up, and I've been topping them up with that compost. What I think I'm doing, this is my kohlrabi, so I think I'm gonna plant this out actually. I've got a bit of space down the middle here that I should have enough room to plant them out, so I'll just plant them out and show you them afterwards. But I'll have to water the holes and let them drain through first, so I'll get them planted up and set and everything, and I'll come back to you after that. I've planted them kohlrabi out now, so they should be fine. But like, these are the carrots, Chardonnay red, I think they are. I can't quite see because the label's rubbed off, but they have started to grow even underneath this French dwarf bean, which I don't know whether he's got the message or not, but it is quite big, to be honest. But we have got some nice French beans on there, so they should be picked pretty soon. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to thin these ones out a little bit so they can grow into proper carrots. And these ones are the round ones that you saw me pull out, or you've seen me pull out. If you haven't, then you'll have to go back a couple of videos or last week's to see me pulling the round ones out. But I haven't really got that good a germination on them, really. I think because I was watering and my spout fell off, it killed a lot of them seeds up that end and just drowned them out or whatever. But I've got some, so I'll just leave them. This is the other dwarf French bean, tender green. This one's more like I was expecting, to be honest, but got some nice purple flowers, and we've got some nice French dwarf beans. They're probably getting a bit old now. They could do with coming off, to be honest. But what I think I'm going to do is, you see these damaged leaves, I'm just going to cut them off, I think, off the bottom. Oh, and also I put these scouring pads down to try and stop the slugs and snails from eating these when I first planted them out. So I think we can take both of them out now, from that one and this one. This one's quite woody, actually, if you look at the base. So I don't think a slug is going to bother that one. I don't think they're going to bother with that one now, to be honest. So it looks like I'm going to have to do another potato reveal this weekend as well. I've had a few days of rain now, so I haven't really had to come out and water. But as you can see, the tomatoes look okay. They're going a bit of a bright colour, so I might have to give them a feed, because they have got flowers on now. Well, that one has anyway. That one's just starting by the looks of it. And the runner beans are starting to run. I had to prop them up a couple of times, try and get them to go up the canes, but they get there in the end. They start going round and round and hook themselves up when they're ready. This French dwarf bean's getting hammered a little bit with slugs, so yeah, I've cut some of the leaves off, but I need to harvest these, I think. There's a few on there. I think there's a few on here as well. This one's gone mahoosive, this one's gone big, so yeah. I've thinned out these carrots a little bit. I don't know whether you can tell, but there is less than what there was in there, so I'll give them a bit of space to grow. But this thing's growing over the top of it, so I don't know. These ones I've just left to let them get on with it. These are the round ones. I'm going to harvest some of these today as well. These are the Pentland Javelin. So when I harvest a couple of these buckets, I can move them buckets away. Then it won't be a bit of a hidey hole for slugs and stuff. These are the kohlrabi. They look a bit droopy, actually. I might give them a little bit of water. As you can see, they're very droopy, so they might need a water. These are the broad beans on the odd exhibition. I'm going to get and harvest some of these as well. And I'm going to take these onions out. I can't remember what they are. They sensu. Those are the last ones. Those are the ones that didn't actually bolt. I just left in there, so they've gone over. So I get and harvest them as well. Because I knew we were going to have some rain, I left the top off my compost, so because it was probably very dry in there. So yeah, let the rain get to it. I've sort of propped the top up there, so if it gets too windy, it shouldn't go very far. I've been harvesting these round carrots, actually. They've been quite good, so I'll pull more of them out as well. I've replanted, these are going to be my Christmas potatoes. Like I said in the last one, I was going to pot them up, so I've done them as well. And these have gone quite mad, and they're starting to touch the top of the net. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just lift the net up on the fence and sort of like tuck it in on the bricks here some way or another, like that. Alright, I'll take you in here. I'm going to take a breath for a minute. Right, this is my comfrey. Really, I could do with harvesting it and putting it in a tub of some description, but really it needs to go out because it is starting to outgrow this pot. But by what I can see, it's a spreading type, and I don't want to put it somewhere where it's going to go mad. So I don't know, I'll harvest that anyway and put that in a tub of some description I'll find. Right, these are the golden sunrise. They've all got flowers on now, so I'm going to give them a feed later on. I'll show you what I'm going to feed. Oh, it's only tomato feed anyway. But these are the big rainbow, the beefsteak tomatoes. They're doing all right. I thought there was a flower on this one. Yeah, there is. Just starting there. I'm not sure about that one. That looks like a sucker. But anyway, I'll leave them. I'll give them a tomato feed as well. Where is it? Here it is. This is what I've got. It's just like general normal tomato feed that you use. Oh, it's got seaweed and magnesium. So yeah, anyway, that's what I do. I put 2 caps full into this 10-litre can. Obviously I fill that up first because I'll get it out of my water butt, so I fill that up first, then put 2 caps of this in. Then I just give my tomatoes a feed with that. I'll just water them in the old hoses so it gets down to the roots. Or try to put it in the hoses anyway. It is a bit tight for my watering can, but yeah. These are the broccoli and the cabbage that I potted on last week, or earlier in the week I should say. As you can see, they all look alright. Well, looks like this one's got some slug damage. So I might put some pellets on there. I'll only put like 1 per pot, or 1 or 2 in there. We'll see. I'm not going to smother it and go mad. The spare tomatoes, I'll have to give them away to neighbours or something like that, I think. But while I've got that cover off, I think I'm going to plant these 2 Elsa Craigs out the back there somewhere. So I'll get my dibber out, and while I've got this net off, I'll dib myself a couple of little holes, and I'll plant them out and see how we go. Right, I've lifted that net up. I've only got that on there for a deterrent for birds, because I'm going to put some more slug pellets down there, and obviously that's just like a deterrent for them. But I've changed my mind with these onions. I'm going to put them in there, I think. So yeah, I'll get and move this, get that moved out of the way and stuff, give myself enough room, and I'll plant them in there and see how we go. See what happens, eh? I've just planted them Elsa Craigs out, so I've been trying to grow onions from seed for a couple of years and never really had much luck. So hopefully this year I might get a nice little bulb. It's doing all right, that one. That one hasn't started swelling up or nothing yet, so we'll have to see how we go with them. But I have noticed that this compost has dropped down a little bit on these tomatoes in here, so I've got some of this spent compost in here, so I think I'm going to give them beds a little bit of a top up. Right, I've topped them up now. They look more of a reasonable level now. But so I'm going to start doing my harvest. The first thing I'm going to get out is them onions, and then the carrots, and then I'll do a potato reveal. Not that my last one was very good, but they were very tasty, I've got to say. So I might do 2, depending on how many, possibly 3 today. So I'll get on and get everything else harvested. Then I'll come back to you and see what I get in 2 to 3 pots of Pantolin javelin. I've just harvested them onions out of here, and I've got to say that this bed stays really weed free. I've got to say that, but there is a couple. There is that one there. There is a bit of grass there, and there's a bit of grass there, but that's the only weeds I've had in here, and this hasn't been dug for I don't know how long, because this is old horse manure that I put on last year, and this hasn't been disturbed at all, except for obviously when I'm planting and stuff. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you that. So I reckon no dig does work, because I don't really get that many weeds, to be honest. This one, though, I seem to be getting a lot of little weed seeds, but I have been digging round in here and stuff, and this is a new bed, so yeah, I suppose it's to be expected till I get a mulch over the top of it at the end of the year. But right, I'll get on and get these carrots and everything out now, and then I'll show you the potatoes at the end. This one feels quite heavy actually, whether it's full of water or not, but it's got some good stems on it. These can go in the bin right next to me. It's quite wet actually. Ooh, very wet. Oh yeah, this is going to be very mucky. Oh, not surprised. Ooh, yeah, it stinks. It hasn't got no frigging holes in the bucket. I thought it had holes in it, obviously, but it didn't. Yeah, it stinks. very wet. My back. Oh, it stinks. Hang on a sec, I have to listen to the compost bin. Right, the next one. In the compost bin. Some. That still feels quite hard, so I'll replant that for some Christmas potatoes. The mud one's obviously going to be too squidgy. I'll get and go through these, give these potatoes a wash, and I'll show you what I've got as a whole harvest. Right, that's where I was putting the potato tops and all that lot that I was dumping. Right, this is what I got today. So we have got some French dwarf beans, tender green, some more Barnyard Exhibition broad beans, a little harvest of Pentolin javelin, and these round carrots, I can't remember exactly what they're called, Globo or something like that. And then I harvested the rest of these sensu onions out of that brassica cage, because obviously I'm going to need the space to plant them cabbages and that broccoli out. So in a few weeks time, hopefully I can plant them out. Still need to get them weeds out, so I'll get them out in a minute. Thanks for watching, commenting and subbing. If you haven't subbed yet, bell's down in that corner. Click on the bell, click on all, and you'll get my notifications. Right, see you next week. Bye.